In Atlanta Season 1, Episode 4, we see the wackiness and the dark humorous side of the hip-hop internet. The episode begins with Alfred and Ern standing outside a club, smoking and exchanging ideas over music. They're enjoying themselves and cracking jokes until a stranger awkwardly comes in, laughing along with their jokes. Alfred and Ern look at him bemused and apprehensive, at which point he introduces himself as Zan. Zan is a vlogger and social media personality. His whole life involves going to clubs, events, posting memes on Instagram, and vlogging shit posts about rappers, one of which ends up becoming Alfred. Alfred doesn't take this kindly, and he tracks him down to his day job, hoping to intimidate him. Zan is not intimidated though, probably being used to it or just being so weird that he doesn't know how to be. Alfred rides with him to go deliver the pizza and notices there's a kid in the car. Alfred calms down a bit, not wanting to go off in front of the kid. Zan responds that the kid is his business partner and not his relative. Alfred talks about how Zan is exploiting the culture, but Zan says that Alfred exploits his situation of being a drug dealer and that he's merely exploiting him, who's exploiting his situation. The point of Zan is to represent the exploitation and wackiness that happens online and in the hip-hop world. Guys like DJ Academics, Dom is Live, and plenty more comment on the news that goes on, and at the same time will deliver entertaining content that will get on rappers' nerves. Rappers and artists tend to be more sensitive than some, but it's also because of the fact that vloggers and critics touch on topics that are near and dear to them, like their music and their lifestyle and loved ones. They are attached to these things, whereas the vloggers are usually from the outside looking in. The vloggers aren't always wrong, nor do they always try to exploit the rappers, but that's not always the norm. Plus, the rappers don't realize that this is just part of the business and how things are. You can't put out certain content, nor live a certain crazy and illegal lifestyle without having someone make fun of it, critique it, and use it for their own advantage. One good real-world example of this is DJ Academics and the Warren Chirac channel. Back in like the mid-2010s when Academics was on the rise, he used to run commentary on the foolishness that was going on in Chirac and what a lot of drill rappers were doing. People doing drive-bys and recording it, self-snitching, beefs, fights, savagery, and other typical nigga shit. Academics delivered most of this in a funny manner and did say that he doesn't condone this behavior, but still, he was exploiting a situation for his own gain. After all, those videos were very popular and he did dedicate a whole channel to it. As Academics got more and more famous, rappers started stepping up to him and started speaking out against him. The most infamous one being the exchange between him and Vic Mensa. This is where Vic said he wanted to slap the shit out of him for making fun of his homie dying. To Vic, what goes on in Chirac is serious to him. He sees it all the time, and he knows the pain of growing up in situations like that, so he takes offense when someone from the outside talks about it, let alone make entertainment and fun out of it. Yet, Vic is not completely in the right either. One, correct me if I'm wrong, but Vic never really spoke out against the violence going on in the streets and just lets it rock, but is upset when someone offers a critique at it, even though that critique is partially exploitative. Furthermore, these drill rappers talk about the violence in their music all the time. One might say they're just talking about their lives, and this could be a good case if most of these rappers weren't glorifying it. When you listen to G Herbo, Biggie Smalls, Ready to Die, Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid Mad City, or even Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links, you hear them rap about the gangs, the drugs, the violence, but they don't glorify it, nor do they do that solely. They may show that, yeah, there is a fun side to it, but they are honest about the dark sides as well, for no situation has just one. Most of these drill rappers didn't do that. One of the reasons the drill scene died down is because a lot of those rappers are either dead or in jail. They talked about killing, robbing, selling drugs, doing drugs, all things that destroys their community, but expect people to not look at the situation and exploit it the way they are. It's hypocritical. These are the same guys who name blunts after falling enemies, saying they're smoking so-and-so as a means of adding insult to injury, which is again, hypocritical. I'm not saying Zan is completely right either. He literally teaches the kid curse words because he makes videos funnier, lets him deliver the pizzas, and when he gets robbed, he records it for more content. The moment in that car is meant to show the hypocrisy that can go on in the industry, especially when it comes to rappers, and when people only look at things subjectively and not objectively. Say what you will about Zan, at least he's cognizant of the fact that he is exploiting things, whereas Alfred isn't even aware of that. The music industry is a crazy industry, and an insanely fun one with ups and downs. And when one steps back and looks at things, we can see how a lot of us aren't always right. In certain situations, an annoying, obnoxious blogger can show you something about yourself and your position in that industry.